What's happening? Showing y'all this little gift that was just delivered to me. Check it out. It's coming from a Nissan Sentra. It's a 1.8. Had 36,000 miles on it. So, anyways, it's been delivered here. Boom, boom, boom. There's my information. So they tag all these things and they mark them. What I like about this one is they were very nice. They left the motor mount and they left a lot of it attached. Obviously they kept the alternator, but they left the water pump. I mean, they left everything attached to this motor. It looks dusty, like they had it sitting in their warehouse for a while. You can see this one wasn't recently pulled from the engine. This is something they pulled a while back and had sitting in the shop. But they give you a VIN. See the VIN number? So you could actually do a Carfax. Yeah, and you could know what's happening with the engine. Even though they pull these and they put them on a shelf, they plug them, they cap everything off. And if you notice, they didn't cut any of the harness. Do they cut a few hoses? Yes, there's a hose they cut there and didn't cap, but the majority of the hoses they don't cut. They're all there. See, here's your harness with all the plugs uncut. I like it. You cap the hoses, like I said. There's a hose they cut. There's a couple of them that they did cut. I mean, cut and not cap. They must have not had a cap to fit that. But they make an effort to try to cap everything as possible. Your flywheel is marked. And it seems to be dry and not leaking. But we're going to go ahead and replace that rear main seal no matter what. I know it's only got 36K, y'all. We're not taking any chances. It's your PCV valve they cut there. Yes, they left the headers attached. They didn't cut them. They unbolted everything. The threads aren't damaged. You get the whole intake manifold with this motor. You get coils. I mean, they pretty much give you the complete motor versus, what did they take off here? They took off an alternator. Big deal. They took out the starter, you know what I'm saying? They keep the starter and the alternator. I don't care about that. Other than that, and a few hoses, that's a complete ready to drop in motor. Now here at Diligent, we do not just drop a motor in. I don't care how many miles it has. I don't care if it looks super duper squeaky licious clean like this. I don't care. We are not just gonna wipe the dust off and drop this in. We are going to remove this intake manifold. We're gonna replace the intake gasket. We are going to look inside the valves and see how much carbon is really in there. If this motor really had 36K, what kind of 36K did it have? Did it have a rough 36K or a very well maintained 36K? You won't know that without looking inside the engine. So that intake is coming off. These spark plugs are coming out. This motor will obviously get a new serpentine belt. I will go ahead and put a brand new water pump on this engine. I don't care if that one looks good. I want a brand new one with the warranty. It's called dotting your I's and crossing your T's, people. This is the thermostat on the backside. I don't care if it looks beautiful. I am putting a brand new one in it. This harness will be inspected for any kinks or any breaks. Sometimes when harnesses get moved and twisted around, you'll get kinks or breaks in the wires. So it's important to inspect that. Like if you see this took a hit right here, this plug on this harness, you see that? It's probably because the motor when they were loading it or something. But there that is. And to anybody not putting a careful eye to that, they'll miss it. So you want to just be really careful about inspecting your whole entire harness. Every little wire, every little pigtail, you want to go through and check your pins. Make sure you have no debris in there. You want to remove all your hoses. When I remove my hoses, I clean off with sandpaper the aluminum, and then I insert the hose back on. This does have 36K. The car has like 60 something thousand miles. So this is supposedly a cleaner intake. When I remove it, I'll know. I'll remove this throttle body. This is drive-by-wire throttle body. Yes, they did leave the plugs. I love it. We'll check all that again, like I said, but we'll remove this throttle body. You can't just force that butterfly open. You'll throw it off. So when it's removed, I'll clean the carbon, if any, on the back of the throttle body. I'm not going to drop the oil pan on this one because it's just too clean. It's not showing any signs of leaking. And I am a big fan of the OEM seal they put on these. The OEM seal on these gaskets for the oil pan. It's really hard to get that right again and get it to seal like the OEM one. So if that's not leaking, I definitely leave that alone. It's an easy oil pan gasket to replace later down the road once it's installed on the vehicle, if it needed to be later on down the road. The junkyard marks these motors. I mark them myself as proof that I worked on it. I'm gonna show y'all. So we got the motor here. I'm showing y'all the motor. I'm gonna show y'all the car that's getting ready to get this motor. This is a 2015 Nissan Sentra for a very nice young man named Juan. Juan bought this, and it's blowing white smoke out the exhaust. It's got some other problems going on with the AC. It's not anywhere where it needs to be, so we're gonna get Juan where he needs to be, right? We're gonna take care of him. So this is just the regular Nissan Sentra. This is not the S model or anything like that. He did have it tinted. Clean interior. I like his little steering wheel cover. Fancy. Husky guaranteed for life. Carpet liners, nice touch there. He's rocking with a fresh air freshener, a good cell phone holder. This guy knows what he's doing. Anyways, nice little dash layout on these Nissan Sentras. This is the automatic. I'm gonna pop the hood, show y'all what's going on. First, I'm gonna show you this receipt. And so there's your VIN number, there's your miles, and yes, this does have a 2-year warranty that we purchased an additional 2-year warranty for. Let me show you. Okay, sorry. Green Star Autos Recyclers, HLH Enterprise, limited warranty, 2 years warranty. There's the signature, there's the stock number, there's the date. So this is a warranted engine. The wind is not helping. We're getting a little breeze that feels good, but it's blowing my papers. Okay, so here we have a Carfax that we pulled. And this is the Carfax that was pulled on the VIN number to this engine that came out. So now we have a little bit of history on this engine. Retails 677, wholesale, private party for 2015, Florida. Here's all your dates. You got title, loan, lien, loan, registration, no accidents. This engine was titled here in Orlando, Florida. Ever since 2013, it never left the state of Florida. This is not an up north engine. It has had how many owners? Look, I want to say 2, maybe 3. Hold on. Lien, loan, 2 to 3 max. This is the important part. Last reported mileage 3696. And that is what you need to know. Here's the Carfax on the engine that's going in. So the person that buys this is not only getting the 2-year warranty with it, right? It says it also typed out on the invoice there. They are also getting the peace of mind of a documented Carfax to the donor vehicle. So the owner has a Carfax. I believe it's in this glove box. He's very organized. I like that. He has a Carfax of the car it's going into. Experian Auto Check 2015. So 4 years. Made in Mexico. Check that out. And this car was stolen and taken for a test drive, as you can see. So now we have that Carfax of the engine going in and the Carfax of the actual vehicle, the life of the donor vehicle. You have owners. This car, last owner was in Georgia. It was purchased up north in New Jersey. It does have a salvage title on it because it was, let's see. It says car's at 66,000 miles. Where did I see that? Salvage theft. There you go. So it was salvage title because it was stolen, not because it was an accident. So they stole the car, dogged it out, took it for a test drive, right? A joyride, so to say, better said, right? So they take this thing for a joyride and they blow up the engine. Anyways, here is the organization of this owner. Look at the receipt for all the maintenance that's been done to this car. It's hard to do this and hold the phone, but I mean, everything's in here. So we got a little folder in here for everything done to the vehicle. The person that buys this vehicle will have documented proof of the work performed, documented proof of the engine going in, and they'll have a paper trail to follow. Bear with me while y'all are getting crazy camera views while I pop this hood. There you go. So here's the 2015 Nissan Sentra. You're getting ready to go in that little garage and have that newer, well, less miles engine replace this one. This is a running engine. You can see blown motor. Issue would be that it's blowing white smoke everywhere. And that is the issue. I'd have to go inside and get the key and all that and blah blah blah. So anyways, here's the plug on that engine that got damaged. So I'll probably be using this harness. I'll be inspecting this intake versus that intake. Pretty much I'm gonna take this engine out, have that engine out, and I'm gonna make one really good engine out of the two. I'm gonna take the best harness, the best intake, and really make one really good engine out of it. Now, accessories like the alternator, he's gonna have to keep because that one didn't come with it, so we'll just use that one. New water pump, etc. You get where I'm going with this. So this engine will get a new air filter. This engine will get, again, new spark plugs, new coolant, new oil. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend that we at least do a drain and fill on the transmission fluid, get that full tune-up done for him. So anyways, just wanted to make this the first video, part 1 of the engine being delivered. Yay, we're happy to see this engine arrive and eager to get started. We'll be working on it tonight. It's really hot out here, as y'all can see, and so we're gonna work on this thing tonight when that sun goes all the way down. Lately I've been having better results working at night, and the daytime is just a little too hot here in Sunshine State, Florida. But wanted to make this video to document 2015 Nissan Sentra, 66,000 miles. I'm dropping down to 36,000 miles with the new engine going in and going back up to Tallahassee, where the owner will enjoy driving it around. I'll make a part 2, keep you guys updated through the journey, through the process of getting that engine out, getting the new engine in. Everything will be documented. Everything bought at O'Reilly's will go in the folder. Yes, we love O'Reilly's. Sorry, AutoZone. Sorry, Advanced. O'Reilly's is killing the game. Anyways, everything bought, receipts will be documented. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, however many videos have to be made to properly document this will be made. So follow along and go on this journey of putting a new engine in my friend's Sentra. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta go to GameStop and get my son the new Sonic game. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.